I learned a very important lesson at it was at a fancy restaurant in the west side of LA, but it's not like don't go to that restaurant or they have bad food or cocktails. My lesson is don't go to a fancy restaurant and pee standing up. Always, always pee sitting down if you've got nice clothes on. But that one backfired on me. Okay, so sometimes when you do it standing up, it's dribbly, whatever, gross. But other times, like I said, if you're in something nice, I take the slacks down and, I do my business so that, there's no splashy and whatever. And, keep the suit, looking nice and whatever. So here I am at this expensive restaurant in West Los Angeles. It's not the penthouse of one of the other most famous restaurants in Santa Monica, where my ex-wife and I used to eat at the top. But this is the lobby area, cocktail lounge area of a very chic, fancy hotel in West LA. So I go, with my best girlfriends, one super bestie, two others really close to me, and we're underage. But in the 80s, you could really get away with drinking underage. I don't know why, you guys. Didn't care as much. They were just generally more permissive. They thought it was funny. I don't know. I wasn't complaining. So here, I'm with my girlfriends. They're looking great. I'm in the best suit I have because I'm not like, drowning in nice clothes because, I usually just run around, ragtag. But I'm in my best suit and I think I'm looking super elegant, super sophisticated, like we're the cast of Dynasty, all three of us. It really was my best suit, you guys. Padded, but it was double-breasted, so, but anyway. So I go to pee, I'm sorry to gross you out, sitting down, slacks down. I stand up, and my slacks are full of toilet water. And a bigger horror is that as I'm doing my business, they're sitting down there on a floor that I thought was clean and dry, and it was not. So I looked like I lost a fight with Poseidon. I stood up, and they were soaked from like below the knee down. Like it had absorbed it upwards, right? So I mean, first of all, I'm like in full panic mode. What am I supposed to do? Honest to God. And it was rising up the back. So like, I can kind of understand like not really like looking at the bottom of someone's slacks, I guess. But when you come out and that water is risen to the top. So now we look like we had a major accident in my best suit in this fancy, fancy cocktail lounge. So I'm horrified. So, major panic with no plan. I mean, there's no dryer. I mean, this is the worst decision I ever made, I swear. Like I'm going to put my butt up against a dryer in a bathroom anyway. So there was no plan. It was just complete panic and complete horror. How am I going to leave this bathroom, walk across, that area from like the counter, like the front desk to the lounge area, the cocktail lounge. So I'm walking from the bathroom across that and over to the table that we had, all four of us. So like, this is like a walk of shame that I never thought I would be taking, going back to this table with a wetsuit on. I mean, you guys, it was a beige suit, double-breasted beige suit, padded shoulders, of course, but I looked like I just got off a ride at Disneyland. What am I supposed to do? So I do the only thing I can think of doing, believe it or not.